Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I'm Ryan Brower, and today we are going to be reacting to a video by WatchMojo called The Top 10 Times Darth Vader Went Beast Mode. It's been a little while since we've reacted to one of WatchMojo's lists, but I really do enjoy doing it, so I definitely am going to be checking out this one here today. I want to give WatchMojo a lot of credit because if you guys haven't subscribed to their YouTube channel already, I would highly recommend it. These guys bring out content daily, and the coolest part about it is it's not just one video per day, but they usually bring out 3 or 4 videos a day, and it's crazy to me that they've been doing it for so many years and just constantly bringing out all these different top 10 lists. And they don't just do it for Star Wars, they pretty much do it for everything, right? For anything from superheroes to food, or vacation spots, or just anything you can think of. WatchMojo always does videos for, so I highly encourage you guys to go and subscribe to their YouTube channel if you haven't already. So the last time we reacted to one of their videos, if I'm not mistaken, it was the top 10 times that Star Wars characters went beast mode, but today specifically it's going to be talking about Darth Vader, and I'm very curious to see what they've come up with, whether it's just moments from the movies and the TV shows, or if it includes books and comics as well, because Vader does some beast mode stuff in the comics as well. So you know what, we'll have to wait and see. Without further ado though, let's check it out. All right, here we go.
You underestimate my power.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Darth Vader went beast mode.
Oh, I didn't even think about video games either.
We're looking at moments where the Dark Lord of the Sith was more mean machine than man. We're only counting moments that are considered canon.
Oh,
sorry, Force Unleashed fans.
Dang it.
We'll be looking at all forms of media.
That's
so
my
consider
favorite
this
video
your
game,
spoiler
Star Wars
warning
video
now.
game.
Agree? Disagree? Were our picks all too easy? Are our puns as clumsy as they are stupid?
Ha
Sound
ha,
off in the
ha
comments
ha.
below. Number 10. Wiping out 200 rebel troopers. Star
Oh, so we
Wars
are going
Vader
with
down
comics.
number 1, and Star Wars Darth Vader number 13. It's a shame that Marvel didn't throw money at James Earl Jones to turn this comic run into an audiobook, or even just a phone call from him saying the closing line of Vader Down, as it's possibly one of the finest villain quotes never spoken. When told that he's surrounded by 200 rebels, the Dark Lord of the Sith's response is cold. All I am surrounded by is fear and
dead men.
Damn. With a small wave of the hand, he activates the thermal detonators hanging from most troopers' belts. He cleans up the rest with his lightsaber. Then
I told
just
you he does some
casually
badass
walks
stuff
off.
in the comics.
Number 9. Facing Anakin Skywalker. Star Wars Darth Vader number 24. Again, the Star Wars comics make an appearance on this list, much to the credit of the writers
As
who
well
just
as they should.
got Darth Vader. As with Clone Wars, Rebels, and The Mandalorian, it's like the creators read the minds of fans and brought their imaginations to life. This showdown, which actually occurs in Vader's mind when the machine part of him has been shut down, demonstrates the internal battle that's probably waged in his head every day since he turned from Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader. After violently disposing of Anakin, Vader regains control of his body and kills his captor. It's a ferocious display of pure will. Number 8. Beating Kanan and Ezra. Star Wars Rebels.
Actually, funny enough, I was just rewatching these episodes the other day.
After an impressive first season, Star Wars Rebels returned to the screens with a TV movie that combined the first 2 episodes of Season 2. Culminating in a showdown between Kanan, Ezra, and Vader, the season opener did not disappoint when it came to showing off the Dark Lord's fearsome power.
Your master has deceived.
Vader with the Ralph McQuarrie art design in this show, as many things were in Rebels.
He got a foreboding entrance similar
Ralph
to his
McQuarrie
Rogue
doing
One
artwork for the
massacre,
original trilogy, of
underscored
course,
with
for
the
those who
Imperial
don't know.
March. After a little verbal back and forth, he easily bested the duo in a lightsaber duel.
Kanan actually hung in there for a bit, but Ezra didn't really stand much of a chance. See.
His most beast mode moment came when, after being supposedly squashed by a walker, he picked it up with the
This
force
was
and
so
fully tossed it
badass.
aside as if it were nothing.
I'm like, y'all need to run.
Your will, not us. Run.
Yep, go, 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 run. Da, 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 da.
Number 7. Destroying a Tusken Raider camp again. Star Wars Darth
Again.
Vader number 1. We all remember the horrific moment when Anakin Skywalker massacred the
I
Sand
killed them.
People in Episode 2.
I killed
taking
them all.
revenge for the death of his mother.
They're dead. Every single
Most
one
of
of
the
them.
carnage occurred off-screen. We only found out the full extent of
stop.
it when he told Padme. In the comics, however, when Vader destroys another Tusken Raider camp, it's much more graphic. Returning to Tatooine, the Dark Lord is haunted by his past. Remembering his hatred of the Sand People, he brutally wipes out a nearby settlement. To cap this moment off, after hearing about the attack from a lone survivor, another tribe of Sand People end up worshipping him as a deity. Number 6. Dueling Ahsoka, Star Wars Rebels. After such a long time away from the screen, save for a moment at the end of Episode 3, Darth Vader made quite the return through his appearances in Star Wars Rebels.
Revenge is
Yeah, he had some good...
not the Jedi
Rebels
way.
was great for Vader.
I am no Jedi.
Yeah, for anybody who says that they made Vader look weak in Rebels, y'all are absolute idiots.
Whilst we
And I know
caught a
there's those
glimpse of his
people out
fighting
there.
prowess in the season 2 premiere, the finale showed us the Vader in his prime that we'd all hoped to see.
He wasn't on screen much, and whenever he was very dominant, as it should be with
It's a
Vader.
bittersweet entry on this list, as you could almost have believed that his former apprentice, Ahsoka, was about to bring him to the light.
And yes, he
Instead,
was caught
utters
off guard
four
in that
words
one
send
moment.
Shivers down your spine.
Then you will die.
But that
Using
doesn't make
Clone
Vader
Wars
look
actor
weak at
Matt
all.
Lanter helped convey that despite having Anakin's voice, only Vader remained. Number 5. Cutting off Luke's hand. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Yoda warned him, Kenobi warned him, but still, Skywalker went up against Darth Vader and had his butt handed to him. At the start of the duel between father and son in Empire, Vader holds back, taking his time. Still, there are hints of beast mode early on. such
I
as
mean,
when he
Vader
uses
could
the
have
Force to
easily
pummel
destroyed
with
Luke,
random
but
objects.
for obvious reasons he didn't. Yeah, this was a crazy moment.
As the duel ramps up, he becomes more and more aggressive, until he's just going all out, beating Luke back.
Just randomly throwing his saber
It ends,
everywhere.
of course, with the moment when Vader cuts off Luke's second favorite lightsaber hand.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
Number 4, Overthrowing the Emperor. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Ah, okay, I
This
get
may be a
it.
bit
Yeah,
of a
yeah, yeah.
contentious entry, as the question remains over whether it was Vader
For a
who
moment I'm
killed
sitting there, huh?
Palpatine
Oh,
or
right.
Anakin.
Not to betray you, Father. I feel the good in you. The conflict.
There is no conflict.
That
The
moment when Luke
moment
gets the
which
high gun.
redeems the man beneath the cybernetic suit has a badly wounded Vader sacrifice himself to save his son from Sidious's Force lightning attack.
I don't know if I really like it when Vader screams "No" at the end there. I liked it better when it was just when there was nothing
And
said.
forget the remastered Ultimate Edition super unnecessary "No"
Yeah,
that Vader
I
yells
hear
as
ya,
he
I hear
hoists
ya.
the Emperor up.
I'm not a
Instead,
fan of it
just
either.
Appreciate the moment for what it is. A broken cyborg, putting aside his decades of hate, manipulation, and betrayal, acting on sheer instinct and willpower.
I'll not leave you here. I've got to save you.
You're ready.
Number 3, fighting Cal Kestis and Cere. Star Wars Jedi
This,
Fallen Order.
I was genuinely shocked when this happened in the game. Because I didn't expect to see him at all.
Force Unleashed may not be canon, but what we have in its place more than makes up for it. Despite his late arrival and approximately 6 minutes of screen time, depending on how often you had Cal foolishly take him on, this
But-
Vader is a full-on Force beast.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers! Cal, run!
Obviously, they're playing Anakin's dark deeds in the game when
His
this,
Inquisitor doesn't
happens,
even try
but
to resist as he
I can see why they're not
dispatches her.
playing it here.
With a mere wave of his hand, he clears Cere from his path too. He then
Oh, that
proceeds to throw an
genuinely freaks
entire
me out
wall of fire,
when you're running and then he
chasing you through
pops
the
up in
Imperial
front of the
base.
door there. I thought for sure he was gonna kill Cal right there,
The
and I was
writers
like,
really
no.
knew how to give us the best of Vader, making him a presence that invoked absolute terror, as true villains should.
Yeah, every time Vader shows up on screen, you always worry for the other
A towering
characters,
pillar of overwhelming
whether that be
strength,
Rebels or
this is
here.
Darth Vader. Number 2, first duel with Obi-Wan. Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge
I was
of the
expecting
Sith.
this to be number
The
1.
original Kenobi and Vader duel was little more than a turn on the spot and a couple of stabby motions. To make up for it, the fight that turned Anakin
Oh
Skywalker
wait, no,
from
hold
Jedi
on,
Knight
hold
to
on. There might be
Palpatine
one more that
warlord
actually
was
might
a
top
visual
this.
masterpiece. Episode 3 might have had dialogue so corny that even silent movie directors cringed, yet its action was fast-paced and told a story of its own.
I mean, for me, this is my favorite lightsaber duel.
Their duel on Mustafar went at breakneck speed. Ironically, it was Vader who cost Anakin the fight by allowing his Sith arrogance to blind him.
You underestimate my power. Let's try it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Vader did not do well right here, so I guess maybe not put this number 1. Yeah,
As a
but it
bonus
was Beast.
moment, there's the scene where Vader force implodes a room with his rage and grief.
I feel like this one you could have given like a honorable mention to.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few
Oh, Vader
honorable
versus a
mentions.
Rancor.
Killing a cybernetically enhanced Rancor. Star Wars Darth Vader, number 21 to 22. If you're cybernetically enhanced, then your enemy's Rancor should be too. Killing Obi-Wan Kenobi. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Production values aside, killing Kenobi was all too easy for the learner-turned-master.
I'd put Fix and Post's Obi-Wan versus Vader Scene 38 Reimagined on here.
Not the younglings. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Though unseen, Vader's first act is his worst.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, they never. Yeah. I mean, this is a bad moment, but they didn't show it, you know. But I see the point to bring it up.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring
Okay,
the bell
so
to get
if
notified
number
of our
1
latest
is
videos.
the Rogue
You'll have the
One
option to be
moment,
notified
then
for
we're all
occasional
good.
videos or all of them. If you're
I mean,
on
I don't know
your
what
phone,
else it would
make sure you
be.
go into your settings and switch on
Right? I
notifications.
feel like it's got to be Rogue One.
Number 1.
Yeah, there we go.
Rampage on
Yeah.
Profundity.
Thi-
Rogue One, a
this is
Star
probably,
Wars
you know
story.
what, this is probably
If
my
you didn't
favorite
jump out of
Vader
your
scene
seat
too,
when
if
you
we're
heard
being
that
honest.
familiar breathing, then you definitely did when that crimson saber lit up.
I know
Finally, we
some
got the
people will
ultimate
argue
beast of Darth
that.
Vader. The original trilogy
I'll
only
let this
hinted
talk
at
first.
this version, and the prequels never quite showed it. But now, as Vader slashed, choked, and threw his way through the profundity, we got to see the most fearsome foe of a galaxy far, far away.
This is true. Take it! I'll get to my point in a second, guys. I just want to let this finish up. To that moment, he just slices that man's neck.
Originally not even part of the script, this scene
Yeah, that's the
encapsulates
craziest
brutality
part.
of the villain perfectly.
I'm so
Was it
glad they
fan
changed
service?
that they
Yes.
put this
Do
in
we
here.
care?
That one wasn't as bad
With
as
our
the
picks,
Return of the
check out
Jedi
this
one.
other recent clip.
I know that there's going to be people out there that say, oh, the scene with the comic and him taking out all those rebels there, you know, I'm surrounded by fear and dead men, was more badass than the Rogue One moment. And, you know, I think when it comes to when you want to rank, like, Vader's badass moments, like, sure, that moment in the comics was badass, but there's just something different for me personally about watching it on screen, and I think WatchMojo probably have the same mindset as well, is that when you're watching that fight go down with Vader in Rogue One, you actually get to see with your own eyes Vader being a badass, because it's not something that you really get much of in the, you know, in the original trilogy, because, you know, the technology being different at the time and everything like that. And, you know, especially with that fight that he had with Ben in A New Hope, it was, you know, like, the first time you see it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing. But then when you see, you know, all the other movies, and it's like, yeah, you know, this could have been better. But with Rogue One, with the, you know, everything being much more modern than tech, being, you know, able to make Vader look like a freaking badass, like, of course that moment is going to be up there. And again, if you are someone who ranks that moment in the comics higher, like, I can't argue it. I think it all just comes down to preference, and I think for me personally, I would much rather see something on screen in a movie or a television show than reading about it in a book or a comic. So that's gonna wrap us up here today, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this video around as it really helps support the channel. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Darth Vader moments are, and I will see you guys next time.
This is the way.
This is the way.